Hi everyone, let's take a quick look at the Lunar New Year Parade set that's going to be released by Lego on the 25th of December 2022, at least in the UK, for £89.99 or $130 in the US. So first of all, ouch to people who live in the US because that is an atrocious price. I mean, even though the price per part ratio is still pretty good, you can actually, I do think you can actually get this set for far cheaper than the RLP in East Asia, and of course in the UK as well, because £90 in today's value is around $100. So yeah, that's pretty rough. But for the money, you're getting 1,653 pieces. And also how many minifigures? 17, 16, 18. Oh, geez. Whoa. Whoa. So that's even more than the the ice skating set from last year, from this year actually. So yeah, very nice box art once again, and there's an option to build this thing together. So there are going to be 3 backs, I think, for 3 people at least. And yeah, let's look at the 360. Yeah, but I think the problem with this set, when I first saw the pictures, is that it just looks a little bit small. And of course, now that I've seen some more pictures, from the official Lego website, right now I'm not convinced that this is as good the value as some of the previous Lego Lunar New Year sets, unfortunately. Now what they're going for, the source material, is absolutely fantastic. I think for people who are not familiar with the with Chinese culture in general, I think they'll find this pretty exotic. But this is just a string of vehicles for parade, and they look pretty eccentric, at the same time pretty good as well. Whenever I see this hairpiece, it reminds me of May, so yeah, it's pretty good. And of course you can see there is this, I suppose, very much coveted rabbit minifigure. I think a lot of people want to buy this set because of him or her. I think it's a she. Anyways, whatever you like. But yeah, I think this looks pretty respectable. And the fact that it's just 18 minifigures certainly doesn't hurt in terms of the value department. But again, I do think there are a lot of stickers. This is definitely a huge sticker that's going to be incredibly painful to apply. I can already imagine how frustrating it would be to realize that it is not aligned properly. If it is not aligned properly, yeah, so that would be a source of frustration, and I wouldn't want that on anyone. Yeah, I really hate that. But yeah, okay, so even this one is a sticker. Okay, that's a little bit disappointing, because if you remember this year's £60 set, there are also prints of these for these sort of things. So yeah, it's a little bit disappointing. But yeah, I hope there are other print elements. I think maybe a lot of the budgets went to these pieces, these cloth pieces, printed cloth pieces. Are they cloth? Or maybe plastic, or maybe a mixture. Okay. Anyways, so these giant heads are pretty good as well. Yeah. So these are the Thanos heads, recolored, reprinted. So that's pretty good. So this minifigure uses the Monkey Kid hairpiece. So yeah, again, that's pretty good as well. A lot of sort of Monkey Kids vibe, which is understandable considering this is a Lunar New Year set. And I think you can do a lot of different connections. So you don't necessarily have to connect the rabbit to the front. You can put it at the back as well, I hope, I think. I think there is definitely a bit of customizability. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is a fun set for families in general. It's a very will be a very interesting scene, to say the least. And of course, a lot of people have been talking about this spaceman with the purple helmets. So that's pretty good as well, pretty collectible. But again, um, I think this set is a very niche set. It's not for everyone. I think for people who don't care about Lunar New Year at all and are not impressed by the builds, I don't think they should buy it because this would mean nothing to them. And if they want the figures, if you want the figures, let's say, wait for a few months. I'm sure that some of them would be available from Pick a Brick or even in Bricklink. I think now, judging from this year's experience, we have seen the entire sort of tiger minifigure available on Pick a Brick. So if that trend continues, I think the rabbit minifigure would be available on Pick a Brick as well. So there's no need to rush into this purchase just because you want this minifigure. Now, the spaceman, on the other hand, I'm not sure. Obviously, we haven't got a spaceman in a Lunar New Year set before, so it would be very difficult to determine whether Lego would be so kind to introduce that to the inventory. But yeah, now for me personally, I won't be doing this doing a day one purchase because this set is not appealing enough to me in terms of the value department. I mean it's cool and all that, but I mean and it's also a very unique build, but ultimately it doesn't fit that well to my collection. I think it's a good purchase if you want to meet some of those gift with purchase thresholds, but as a standalone set, of course there are 18 minifigures, so that's pretty good. But in terms of the build itself, I don't think it's big enough, honestly. I do think the ice skating set represents better value for your money, but this set is cool. This set looks very unique. So if you're into this stuff, I don't think you'll be disappointed. I think this will give you plenty of joy, definitely £90 of joy. Maybe not so much $130. At $130, it's atrocious for the amount of stuff, not necessarily the number of pieces, because you can see a lot of them are actually small pieces, very, very small pieces. Okay, but maybe, like these flower pieces, they're so cheap. But of course, you can see a lot of prints. I would have much preferred these sort of Fai Chun to be prints, but yeah, I mean, it's just not attractive enough, I think, personally. If you want the spaceman or the rabbit minifigure, just wait for it to drop to Pick a Brick or Bricklink. Get those minifigures from there instead of from the set itself. So yeah, I don't think I have too much more to say about this set. I think, oh, there's also a castle minifigure. Okay, that's good. That's good. Cool. 18 minifigures certainly doesn't hurt. I very much appreciate that. It helps to create such a vibrant atmosphere that is obviously very characteristic of Chinese New Year celebrations. Even if you don't care for it, at least you've got 18 pretty cool minifigures for your city building or something like that. But yeah, I think value-wise, it's respectable in the UK, not so much in the US, maybe fantastic in East Asia. But yeah, again, it's just my personal opinion. I think we have to, wait and see if there are any early reviews to take a closer look into exactly what this set has to offer, maybe some play features, and so on. So that's it from me. And thank you for watching.